e benvenuti al mio video per come si può disegnare un albero genealogico. In other words, hello and welcome to my video on how to draw a family tree. This is just your basic family tree. That's all we're going to do, all right? So you're going to start by working out, first of all, how far back do you want to go? For this family tree, I'm only going to do 3 generations. My generation, my parents' generation, and my grandparents' generation. That's kind of normal for your basic family tree. And also try to keep it simple. I know that some of you might have more complicated family trees with 5th cousins twice removed who are like sisters to you, but that's a little bit complicated to get on the family tree. So we're just going to keep it semplice, simple. Next, we're going to work out where to start on the page. So we know we've got 3 generations, 1, 2, 3, roughly splitting our page into thirds horizontally like so. But now we want to work out where are we going to start. Do we start with the grandparents? You can do, but I think the best way is to start at the bottom with yourself, because then it's only going to get wider. Whereas if you start at the top, it's going to get a bit more complicated in the middle, and then you might not be wide enough. So if you start at the bottom where it's simple and go up, it gets easier. So io equals me, okay? It doesn't mean Miss O'Connell, although I bet you wish it did. No, it means me. Io is me. And that's how I know whose family tree it is. So we're going to start with a little line in the middle here. Actually, I might make it a little bit longer. Whoop, that's better. And then we're going to get you to come from your mum and your dad. Mia madre, my mum, mio padre, my dad. Now they are usually, but not always, in fact, it doesn't have to be usually. Anyway, in this case, let's just say they're married, okay? So that little line that connects the two of them means that they are married, and the vertical line connecting them and me means that they are my parents. Now I'm going to go back down to my generation because I have a brother and a sister. So to put them in, they also came from my mum and my dad. So I need to give them a line like this one to show that they came from my mum and dad as well. Not just me, although sometimes I wish it was just me. So I'll put my brother on this side. I'll put him at the same level as me and make that a bit longer. This is great when you're doing it by hand because you can just rub it out and start again if you make a mistake. And my sister can go on that side. Like so. So Emily, Miss O'Connell, Charlie. Yay! Allora, so we have a very basic family tree here now. Me, my sister, my brother, and up we go, because all 3 of us came from this line, which was my mum and my dad. And they're not married anymore, but let's just pretend they are for the family tree. Moving on, we're going to go up again. We're going to go up to this top generation. So like I did for me, coming out of my mum and my dad, I'm going to do my mum's parents. So let's give my mum a line that says that she has come from her parents. And her parents, they're not called mum and dad because this is about me. They're called grandparents. So mia nonna, my grandmother, who I refer to as Nana in my house, and mio nonno, my grandfather, who I refer to as Papa in my house. And I'm just going to push everything a little bit further this way because, like I say, it's much better if you have an idea in your head when you get started of how wide you're going to go. It's easy for me to make these amendments on the computer, and it will be easy if you're using a pencil to do them as well. So my grandparents, here they are, mia nonna, mio nonno. They had my mum who married my dad, who had me and my brother and sister. Again, our family tree is looking pretty good. My grandparents also had my uncle, who is my mum's brother. So let me just do another little line from my grandparents who are married down, and then this line can be copied and pasted down here. And my mum's brother, to me, is my uncle, mio zio. Okay, we're looking good. Yes, yes. That's everything on this side of the family, the Tierney O'Connell side. Now we're just looking at the O'Connell side. So my dad, just like my mum, he has grandparents. Look at that, a lot of good copy paste. Actually, let's just shrink them across. That's a bit easier. Ta-da! Okay, and we'll make that's fine. So yeah, my dad's parents, my granny and grandpa, mio padre, mia nonna, mio nonno. Bravissimo. Allora, they also had two more kids who are my dad's brother and sister, but who are they to me? They're not my brother and sister, they're my dad's brother and sister, they are my auntie and uncle. So mio zio, my uncle, and mia zia, my auntie. I'm already running out of room. So again, the line has to come out of there, and I'll make it a bit longer. Ooh, there we go. One, and oops, that went down a bit too far, didn't it? And two. So now I have a nice family tree. It looks kind of full, but as you can see from what I've got on this side, I've got a few more to go. I have a spare uncle. I don't have that many uncles, do I? Uncle Simon? Uncle... Yeah, that's it. Oh no, thank you, Miss O'Connell, for remembering. I'm talking to myself now. So, my mum's brother, my uncle on my mum's side, he's not married and he doesn't have any kids, so he can stay there. However, my auntie on my dad's side, she is married to my uncle, as in her husband. So we're going to do a little line because they're married, so we connect them sideways. Obviously, I'm just not on the page anymore. To mio zio, that's my uncle who's married my auntie, and they have children as well. They have my cousins. Do you see where we're going now? So we go down to my cousin Guy, mio cugino, and also my cousin Francesca, mia cugina Francesca. Allora, let's just do that, and then that one can go here. I've got some spare relatives hanging around here. Yeah, I did too many. And whoops, here is my cousin who is, let's put her on the same level so it's not complicated, like so. Okay, so as you can see, this level here, we're all the same generation. My sister, myself, my brother, my cousin, and my cousin, we're all roughly the same age. My brother's 23 and I'm the oldest, I'm 29. And they're like in their 20s. So we're all in our 20s, okay? And then if you go up a generation, all of these guys are in their 50s. Apart from my auntie Sue, who's actually just turned 60. And then if you go up to this generation, they're all, we don't need to worry how old they are. It's a bit rude to mention it. So we have a very basic family tree, and that is how you build one. So remember, top tips, let's write them on the screen. Oh, my dog just dropped her ball and it made a loud noise. I apologize. Top tips. 1, keep it simple. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to put it on the side here. Whee! Okay. 2, start at the bottom. Me equals io. 3, make sure your page is wide. As you can see, my page wasn't wide enough. I started off spreading it out too far left and right, and actually this side of my family's just dropped off the edge a little bit. And the last top tip is start in pencil in case you make a mistake, and work with a ruler, can't type, because it's got to be nice and neat lines. Now, this is an example from a website I found. Oh, I can't bring it over. Can I change the slide to this one? Here you go. This is from WikiHow. So you can see you, sibling, sibling, cousin, cousin, uncle, aunts, parents, great uncles, grandparents, and great grandparents. Here's a very basic version of the Simpsons family tree. Bart, Maggie. If you want to, you can do a color key. So orange is for female and blue is for male. And then obviously in our lesson here, we've got pictures. So if you want to be even more creative, you can add pictures into if you're a good drawer. But that is how to draw a family tree for our Italian lesson. And I hope that helps. Grazie, arrivederci.